I mean, for fuck's sake.
Right, so 100 videos. How on earth have we got to this point without being completely shut down or demonetized? Hello guys, how are you getting on? You're very welcome back to my channel today, and we are doing a Q&A. We're doing a Q&A to celebrate 100 videos on the channel. Delighted that we've gotten to this point. So yeah, I asked you guys on all my socials, they're all in the description, to send me questions, and to be fair to you, you fucking did. You sent me questions. I was actually fucking shocked with the amount of questions I got, so genuinely, just thanks for sending me the questions. You've just given me some content. So yeah, let's jump right into it. Right, I have my questions here, and let's get into it. Question 1. Any smokes?
I mean, for fuck's sake.
What a start. What a start. Any smokes? I mean, what does that even mean? Are you asking me if I have any smokes, if that's the case?
Yeah. No. No.
No, none up there either. No is the answer to that question. Moving on. Name your dream team of Chelsea players since you started watching them. Very good question, this. Right. So I started supporting Chelsea when I was about 5. So 2005, and luckily enough, that was the year we won the league for the first time, or the Premier League for the first time. So yeah, this is my 1 to 11. I'm gonna go with Petr Cech in goal. I think that one's pretty self-explanatory, to be fair. Back 4 then, I've gone for Azpilicueta, Ashley Cole, John Terry, and Branislav Ivanovic. Now, Branislav Ivanovic wasn't actually a centre back. He played there a good few times for Chelsea, but you know, I needed to get him in somewhere. I think Dave is a better defender than Azpilicueta is. But, no, I'd go for Ivanovic centre-back. And I know I'm leaving out the likes of like Ricardo Carvalho and David Luiz and people like that. But, no, I'm going to go for Ivanovic and Terry centre-back there. Midfield, I'm going to go for a midfield 3. N'Golo Kante in the defensive role. Now, we could have easily gone for Claude Makélélé here, because arguably he founded that position of CDM. But I think Kante's just come in and completely mastered it. So yeah, Kante there, Lampard and Michael Essien making up the midfield 3. Frank Lampard, no introduction needed, our club's highest ever goal scorer, and personally my favourite player growing up. Michael Essien, simply because he probably has achieved more than others at the club, like other options. Like, I was very close to putting Cesc Fabregas in this team, but I just feel like Essien, you know, he was in the Champions League winning squad in 2012 as well, Essien. So yeah, that's kind of his saving grace there. The front 3. Now, I've gone for the right of it, Damien Duff. Now, this may seem as a questionable decision, you know, because we've seen the likes of Arjen Robben down the years. We've seen Pedro and Willian more recently. But I've gone for Duffer simply because he's Irish, and he was one of my favourite players growing up, simply because he was Irish and he played for Chelsea. And it's a rare breed, you know, they're very hard to come by, them kind of players these days. So I've gone for Duff on the right of it, Eden Hazard on the left, and the recently retired Didier Drogba up the middle. So that is my 1 to 11 of Chelsea players since I have started watching them. So yeah, excellent question there. Moving on. What is your favourite video game besides FIFA? I think this is a bit of a no-brainer for me. Super Smash Bros. On any console. I used to play it on the Wii, played it on the Nintendo 3DS, and it's now going to come out on the Switch in a few weeks, and I'm just dying to fucking play it. So, like, even like with FIFA, including FIFA, I'd probably say Smash is probably my favourite video game of all time. There's a few. I was a big fan of Sonic the Hedgehog games while I was growing up. Pokemon was a big fucking game growing up for me as well, but I've gone for Super Smash Bros. Simply because it brings all of them into one, and it's just a really fucking good game, to be honest. Yeah, moving on. Next one. Favorite team to play as in FIFA? In FIFA 19, I would say Arsenal, because their front 3 in particular, if you play a 4-4-2 diamond and Mesut Ozil behind Lacazette and Aubameyang, I mean, absolute carnage, lads. Carnage for whoever you are fucking playing. Yeah, I'd go for Arsenal on that one. Maybe not the most loyal decision, but yeah, Arsenal just are decent to play as in FIFA. So yeah, hardest thing about being a YouTuber. No words needed for this. This here is the hardest thing about being a YouTuber.
It takes a lot
Oh,
to make
fuck!
a stew.
A pinch of salt and laughter too.
Back away!
Scoop of kids
No, it
to
didn't.
have
It
the
didn't work!
spice.
Dash of love to make it nice and
Good finish!
Too many
Yes!
cooks,
That's what we want!
many cooks.
Too many cooks. Too many cooks.
I'm actually on the verge of tears.
When you have such a good idea for a video, and obviously my main source of videos is football videos, real life football videos, so you know, a lot of it is based on how good I am at football. And yeah, when you have a really good video idea planned out and then you go to record it and you just play fucking shit, that is the worst and probably most frustrating thing about being a YouTuber. Like, the rest, you know, you can put up with, but that in particular really fucking annoys me. So yeah, how long does it take for you to edit a YouTube video? Now, this is a good question. A lot of people will be aspiring to start YouTube and, you know, need to know this kind of information. It kind of depends on the video, to be honest, because my content is very varied. You know, I have, as I mentioned a few minutes ago there, I have, you know, my main source of videos is the real life football videos, and they tend to take the longest, along with FIFA. FIFA tends to take a long time to edit as well, because the longer the clips are, you know, the more you have to render and the more you have to wait, and you know, it can just get a bit messy. But normal, like, sit down videos like The Verdict, or, you know, different bits and pieces like that, they don't take as long to edit because it's just literally me sitting down talking to a camera. But with real life football videos, you have the two different angles, you have, you know, they tend to be very long videos as well, the things. But my most recent video, the FIFA one, took a long time to edit as well, because that was like 47 minutes long, so that took literally days to render. So if you're talking about normal football videos, it depends on the type of football video as well. If I'm doing like a Premier League goal of the month recreations, that could take maybe 2 hours. But for the longer ones, such as the Chris MD one, the one challenge to rule them all back in February, that was a 28-minute long football video, and that literally took me a whole day to edit. And it was one of my first times editing on a laptop as well. And one of the first football videos, I think it might have been the actual first football video I recorded with this camera that I've been using since. So yeah, that literally, from the minute I came down, I think I came down that morning at around 10:30, 11 o'clock. I finished editing that video at around 7:30, 8. Like, and don't get me wrong, it's not as if I was doing nothing else throughout the whole day. I did take breaks. It's not as if I just sat at the laptop for the whole day. But yeah, that is how long it took me to take that one. It depends on what you're doing, but for general football videos, which is my forte, about 2 hours-ish, I suppose. What is your favourite video on the channel so far? Now, I had to have a bit of a long, hard think about this one. I've gone for my most recent football video, which was Battle of the Parishes Episode 1. I just fucking love watching that video back. I'm actually so proud of it, because, you know, the quality of football might not have been great, but, I mean, the crack that was had, it was just such a nice video to go back and watch. And I think, you know, I was very happy with how I edited that video as well. It is very rewarding when you see people as well commenting, saying that the videos are good and they're enjoying them or whatever. But for me personally, I would go for that one, the Battle of the Parishes Episode 1. It came very close to the Slip and Slide during the summer. That was a fucking great video to edit, or to both film and edit as well. Thoroughly enjoyed that, but I'm going to go with the Battle of the Parishes episode. So, yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you love Alvaro Morata? You just knew it was coming, didn't you? You know, I'd say a solid 3.5. You know, he's just such a great player. Great lad, great attitude as well off the pitch. You know, is definitely going to join the elites of Chelsea Football Club. Has anyone seen, I presume the majority of you have, his miss for Spain the other night in their friendly against Bosnia? I mean, fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Like, it was actually harder to miss than to score. That's literally... Oh, fuck. It was bad. It was just really fucking bad, to be honest. So yeah, a solid 3.5 for Morata there. He's not my least favourite player. I mean, Bakayoko definitely pushes him all the way, but Yeah, a solid 3.5 for Murata there. If you were in a room with Jesus Christ, Jack Grivach, and Superman, who would you shoot, drown, or slap? I mean, what a question. What a question. Where do you even approach that? Right, okay, well, you haven't really specified what I'm shooting the person with. So, I would shoot Jesus with a water gun.
Banter.
I would drown Superman, and that's, come on, no, this is not me having a dig at the Marvel fucking, is he Marvel? I don't even fucking know, maybe he is, maybe he isn't. I don't know, I don't fucking know. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the superhero movies, but, it's not for hatred of Superman, but, yeah, I'd drown Superman. Yeah. And I would slap Jack Grivach because, you know, sometimes the guy just needs a slap, you know? What player best describes you and the way you play? Excellent question, right. I would probably say Cesar Azpilicueta. Probably not the most exciting player, but gets the job done. And he is a defender whose number one priority is defending. We're living in an era now where playing out from the back is the in thing for defences. And Azpilicueta, you know, he hasn't exactly joined the pack yet, but his number one priority is defending, and I would be the same, so I would say Cesar Azpilicueta. Best player you've played against or with? This is an interesting one now. Best player I've played against? There's a fella now who's in the news this week. His name's Aaron Connolly, and I played against him down at the Kennedy Cup. He was playing for Galway as a striker, and he's currently playing with Brighton's under-23s, and he's my age, and apparently he's ripping it up, and they're really starting to consider him for the national team now. So, I mean, he's fucking absolutely killing it at the minute, and was very good when we played. I think it was 2014. I was down at the Kennedy Cup, and he played against me. So yeah, he's absolutely killing it at the minute, and you can just see the contrast. He's, you know, being scouted by some of the biggest clubs in Europe, and here I am talking to a camera in my room alone. Moving on. Best player I've played with? I mean, it's got to be Jack Kane. I mean, what a baller. What an absolute fucking baller. I mean, he's just great. You know, has great pace, you know, great dribbling ability, but his biggest forte is his crossing. I mean, incredible, absolutely incredible crosser of the ball. And just a great lad all around. So best player I played with, without a doubt, Jack Kane. Can you and Jack G recreate TikToks? Right, TikToks. Fuck me. I didn't think I'd be coming to this, but I mean, if it's something you guys want to see, I mean, Jack, if you're watching this, and I assume you are watching this, if you're up for it, mate, comment down below. If you want to make a tit of yourself on my channel, you know, maybe, you know, we'll see. If we hit 20 likes on this video, me and Jack will recreate TikToks. That fair? Okay. Who's your favourite character in Smash and why? My favourite character is Sonic the Hedgehog. Purely because he was the definition of my fucking childhood. Literally, I played every Sonic game and every piece of Sonic the Hedgehog merchandise. I was probably the biggest fucking Sonic fan when growing up. Not necessarily he's the best player or best character to play as in Smash, but definitely my favourite character because of, you know, the old nostalgia and all that. So, yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog. Will you expose Jack Kane? Now, if you don't know what this person is talking about, basically Jack Kane has a YouTube channel, and he did say this at the end of the last video.
I have a channel, but let's not talk about that.
If you want to go check out his channel, his name is Timmy the... What is your favourite goal scored by you on the channel? Oh, there's been some good ones now, I have to say, but agony of choice. If I was to pick one, it would be this knuckleball I scored last year. I think it was around June or July last year. Anyway, for anyone who hasn't seen it, here it is. You You know, that was in close contention with the Cristiano Ronaldo bicycle that I scored in that recreations video, but no, it'd have to be that knuckleball. Like, you guys don't understand. You didn't see it from my angle. This ball moved like this the whole way up. Like, I will literally, hence the video is called my best ever strike. I will never ever hit a ball like that again. And it hit, I was about 20-25 yards out, and it just arrows, but there's a bit of movement on it, and it just bangs off the back stanchion. I mean, it was so satisfying to score, and I will never ever score a goal like that again. So yeah, that is my favourite goal scored by me on the channel. What is the best goal on the channel in your opinion? Now, there's a large chunk of me that wants to say that knuckleball that I scored, but I'm going to go for Danny's Benjamin Pavard recreation from during the summer. And for anyone who is a new subscriber, here it is.
But if you feel like I feel, I got the antidote. When you wave your pantyhose, sing the chorus and it goes. The real shady on you, the slim shorties are just them on titties. And want the real slim shady. Stand up, stand up, stand up. I'm slim shady, yes, I'm the real shady on you. The slim shadies are just them on titties. And want the real slim shady. Stand up.
I mean, he just struck it so fucking purely, and yeah, it'd be a bit of a crime not to give it to him for that now, but there's a large chunk of me that wants to take the fucking knuckleball as the best goal scored in the channel, but you gotta be fair at the same time. Who is your dream collab on YouTube? For the kind of content that I do, I'd love to collab with someone like Chris MD or the F2 or someone like that, but I don't want to be Jacksepticeye because you know, he doesn't make the kind of content that I make, but he just, yeah, he's Irish and he's just done so fucking well for himself. So yeah, I'd probably go for the F2 or Chris MD for the kind of content that I make though, so yeah. Why are you so We were on a good run, lads. We were on a good run of solid questions. Why are you so smelly? And you couldn't just go with the pack, no, and ask you a decent question. Oh, moving on. Drogba or Torres? Drogba. There's not really much debate there. Don't get me wrong, for anyone that knows me, I love Fernando Torres. I mean, he had a really rough time at Chelsea, but yeah, he provided us with some beautiful fucking moments and moments that I'll never forget. But Didier Drogba for me just had more of them and actually won the league with us as well. And of course, pretty much single-handedly won us the Champions League in 2012. So that's a bit of a no-brainer for me, Didier Drogba. Favorite player of all time? Messi. Lionel Messi. No real doubt in my mind here. For me, he is the greatest that has ever played. Just everything about him, I think his attitude is incredible, where he's come from. Maybe he's not as hard-working as Cristiano Ronaldo, but maybe he doesn't have to be as hard-working as Cristiano Ronaldo because he just has that, you know, natural talent. So yeah, I'd go for Messi on that one. PewDiePie or T-Series? Is this even a fucking question? Is this even a question? Who asked this? T-Series. Favorite YouTuber? Mentioned him earlier, Chris MD for me. I think he just makes fucking sick content. And the kind of content that I aspire as a football YouTuber to make myself. So yeah, Chris MD would be my favourite YouTuber right now. Favourite stadium? I think it's the Mercedes-Benz Arena, the home of Atlanta. Is it Atlanta? Atlanta United in the MLS. I mean, that stadium is just fucking sick, and it is definitely on my list of stadiums that I would love to visit someday. I have visited, obviously, the Aviva. I've been there twice. I've been to the Nou Camp. You know, I've been to Anfield. I've been to decent stadiums, but for me, in terms of just the pure appearance of it, I would say the Mercedes-Benz. But I'm not really sure what the atmosphere is like, and it's an MLS team, so you know the atmosphere can't be particularly great. If we're looking at atmosphere, I would choose the Signal Iduna Park, the home of Borussia Dortmund. I think their fans are just fucking incredible, and the yellow wall behind that goal would just strike me as so fucking intimidating if you're an opposition's fan or player. So yeah, take your pick between the two of them. But yeah, moving on. Will you dye your hair blonde if you hit 200 subscribers by the end of the year? Yeah, alright. So, boys and girls, that is the end of the Q&A. Thank you all so much for sending in your questions. Some fucking brilliant questions in there. And yeah, it really did make for a great video, I hope. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it as well. So yeah, 100 videos down, here's to another 100, and hopefully, or maybe hopefully not, 200 subscribers by the end of the year here where you're looking at it now. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did like it, please leave a like and subscribe if you're new around here, and I will catch you later.